July 1967, a new nation is born and instantly condemned to death. The world, one by one, turned its back.
If they will not recognize us at the front door, we will find another way in.
And so, the Ghost Republic was born. A state that existed not on maps, but in the shadows of global power. The first and most critical backdoor was Lisbon, Portugal. From Lisbon, a secret air bridge was established. Flying a treacherous route to avoid Nigerian MiGs. To a hidden airstrip in Biafra. This was Operation A, the arms pipeline that kept Biafra fighting. But they needed more than rifles. They needed a geopolitical chess master.
Nigeria leans toward our enemies. Your struggle complicates them. This serves us.
Israel provided not just weapons, but intelligence and military advisors. Uzi submachine guns and Belgian FN rifles began to appear on the front lines. Then, the most controversial move of all. Biafra, the Black African Republic, made a pact with the apartheid regime.
We are drinking from a poisoned well to avoid dying of thirst.
South African-made G3 rifles and ammunition flowed in, a cynical move to destabilize Black Africa.
This is not the fault of Biafra. The world must not look away.
But the most powerful weapon in their arsenal wasn't a gun, it was an image. They masterfully weaponized global sympathy. The image of Kwashiorkor, the starving Biafran baby, circled the globe. It broke through the political noise and forced the world to feel. This public pressure forced open a humanitarian corridor. And it brought in an unlikely powerful ally, the Vatican. The Vatican became one of Biafra's most vocal supporters, a moral shield against the world.
Nigeria army, stop the killing in Pa!
But behind the humanitarian aid lay a deeper game of recognition.
The situation in Biafra is dire. We must act with urgency. Our people depend on this alliance.
This global propaganda machine was run from a small office in Geneva, Switzerland. To fund this global war, Biafra needed a shadow economy. They created their own currency, backed by the people's belief. And they sold what they had, crude oil, tapped from captured wells.
This is our blood. We will sell it to buy more time, more life.
In this shadow war, information was the ultimate currency. Biafran spies operated deep behind enemy lines in Lagos. They used complex codes to communicate. One slip, one mistake meant capture and execution. But by 1969, the walls were closing in. the secret routes were being discovered. The international community began to pressure Biafra's secret allies. The flow of weapons slowed to a trickle. The famine worsened.
We fought the world with a shadow, and for a time, that shadow was mighty.
In January 1970, the Ghost Republic faded back into the shadows from which it came. The war was lost, but the network they built became a blueprint for future liberation movements and a testament to Nigerian ingenuity.
As we can see from the data, this region has shown significant development over the past decade, particularly in these highlighted
It
areas.
proved that a state could be built, not just on territory, but on will, intelligence, and an unbreakable spirit. They were the Ghost Republic, and for a brief, defiant moment, they held the world's conscience in their hands. The fall of Biafra did not end the story. It became a haunting legacy that would shape the future of Africa. The humanitarian crisis birthed Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, changing global aid forever. The Shadow War became a playbook for future secessionist movements from Katanga to today. And the weaponization of media and sympathy is now a standard tool in every conflict, from Syria to Ukraine. So, what remains of the Ghost Republic? Not a patch of land, but an idea. The idea that against overwhelming force, the human spirit can forge nations in the shadows.
We must look to the past,
That diplomacy is not just conducted in polished halls, but in back channels and coded messages. And that the memory of a struggle, even a lost one, can echo through history, reminding us of the cost of sovereignty and the price of defiance. This is the story of the Ghost Republic. A story that challenges what we know about statecraft, war, and the very meaning of a nation. It is a story that needed to be told.
Explore the forgotten history of the Sokoto Caliphate and the Ekumeku War. Discover ancient Nigeria reimagined.
If you believe in unearthing the forgotten chapters of our past, subscribe and turn on notifications. The story continues with you.